Hi and welcome back to the garden. In this video I'm going to be talking about lamb's lettuce, how to sow it, how to grow it and how to get the best from it. Lamb's lettuce is a fantastic salad to grow. It's also called corn salad, and it's one of those crops that once you sow it, you can pretty much leave it to its own devices until it's ready for harvest. It's quite a low growing crop, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, and those rich green leaves are full of nutrients and make a great addition to salads, providing lots of texture. Lamb's lettuce is such a hardy crop, so it can be sown at pretty much any time of year. Seeds that are sown in the autumn just need a little bit of protection from the harshest of the weather, but they are quite resilient and will continue to grow and provide you with leaves throughout the winter months. We sown some of these in October last year, so this is one of the trays that we sown in October, and this was the variety of Vit, and this is where we're up to now. So these are now, within the past few weeks or so, have now been ready for harvest. And the great thing about lamb's lettuce is when you sow them in containers like this, you can pretty much leave them to their own devices. They get on with the growing. They are perfectly happy provided that you give them some moist soil, so make sure that the trays don't dry out. They can be harvested in two ways. We can just take off the outer leaves and just use them as necessary, or when they get to this kind of size, you can actually just take out a whole plant and just harvest the whole thing, and then just nip off the root, and that can go direct into your salads. And the great thing about that is, as you're doing that, you're providing the other plants a little bit more room to grow. So no thinning really necessary apart from when you're harvesting. The variety I'm going to be sowing today is called Trophy, and just like the variety we sown in the autumn, which was Vit, it has good disease resistance and also gives a good reliable crop of green leaves. So all we need to be sowing is just some multi-purpose compost in a tray just like this, and then we just get the seeds out, and we're going to sprinkle the seeds over the top of the compost, not too thickly. Now the seeds themselves are palish in colour, but quite easy to handle. They have got quite a nice size to them. So I'm just going to get a little pinch in my hand and just sprinkle that over the top of the compost, trying to get an even distribution. And if we sow these in small batches every 2 to 3 weeks, we will get a continuous supply of this beautiful crop. So I'm just going to spread these out as best I can on the surface of this compost. As I say, not too thick. And then using some vermiculite, you can also just use normal compost over the top if you prefer. I'm just going to just cover that over till you can no longer see those seeds. Now, as I've already said, lamb's lettuce does need moist soil, so don't allow the tray to dry out. And what I'll do with this once it's been completed is I'll just pop this whole tray in another tray of water and just make sure that it's nice and moist. Just pop your hand across the surface and make sure the seeds are in good contact with the compost below. And that is all we need to do. Now keep this tray somewhere where it will get a lot of sun, because this does like to have a sunny position, and it can pretty much be left alone then, and we can just leave it to its own devices, left undisturbed. And when they get to this kind of stage, we can then be using either the outer leaves, so it can continue to grow, or just like I've said, pulling out the whole plant and using that. Lamb's lettuce is a fantastic green. It is packed with nutrients, packed with vitamins, packed with minerals, a great source of roughage for your digestive tract, and also is a great substitute for spinach in your cooking. So it can be eaten raw, or it can also be cooked similar to spinach and used as a substitute for spinach. This is probably one of my favourite salads to grow. It is super easy, super nutritious, and what more could you ask for? It's a winner with me, and if you don't grow any other salad crop this year, put lamb's lettuce on your list because it is a winner. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative, and I hope it's given you some inspiration to go on and try this if you've not already tried it before. It is a super crop to try. Please give us a like, please subscribe. Subscribing is free. And if you have any comments about how to grow it or how to care for this plant, please drop them in the comments box below. So until the next time, please do take care.